Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. I know we haven't touched on the Disco double tube kit for a while, but today we are going to wrap it up, talk about the chrony numbers, show you guys some accuracy, and then as well we're going to talk about my overall impressions of this product, both the stock and the double tube kit. Alright, so first for my overall impressions, I know there's been a little bit of talk out there about the weight and how that's going to work out with the double tube kit being added. The Disco stock weighs about 6.5 pounds. With the double tube kit added, it weighs about a pound more, so 7.5 pounds. That pound, you would think it'd probably be a little bit more than that, but you have to consider that the routing out of the stock is going to take a considerable bit of the wood weight out of the stock, and then you're just filling it with that second tube, and to be honest, the tubes don't weigh a whole heck of a lot. So as far as the weight goes, it doesn't change too much, doesn't make the gun unwieldy by any means. In terms of the overall feel and the balance point, it does change up a little bit, but nothing bad. Beforehand, the balance point for me was more towards the pressure gauge here, so right about here, and now I have to just move it up, my hand up a little bit. So I'd say, about an inch and a half forward. Nothing uncomfortable by any means. If you guys haven't caught it already, I will post a link to the double tube installation video. Very, very simple to install yourself. I hope that if you do run into problems, you can use the video as a guide, or for that matter, you can always contact myself, Lloyd, Norm. There are a bunch of people out there that know what they're doing when it comes to installing these kits, and it's really not that hard to do. But like I said, if you have problems, feel free to contact someone or check out my installation video, and it should guide you through the process very easily. So another thing I wanted to talk about was the stock from Norm. Norm is doing some phenomenal work on these stocks, and I can't really stress it to you in video. I can show you the stock as best I can, but you're not really going to understand until you hold it. And it's got that smooth touch to it. It kind of grips your fingers. It's just an unbelievable difference in my opinion, and I think it enhances the overall quality of the gun. Even if you're not doing the double tube, or you have a Marauder stock or any other gun stock that you want refinished, Norm is doing fantastic work, and I would not hesitate to send him any of my wooden stocks to redo. So I wanted to talk about chrony numbers here real quick, obviously, as that being a big feature of the double tube kit. First of all, I want to let you guys know that I use JSB 18 grain pellets for both of the tests, for both the test with the single tube and with the double tube, and I also used, obviously, a full 2000 psi fill for both. So those are kind of the two constants here in this testing. I'll go over the stock discovery numbers with the single tube first. We got a high of 787 feet per second, a low of 757 feet per second, a sweet spot, which is your best shots, most efficient shots, of 12, so 12 shots in the sweet spot. We got a total shot count of 20 shots, and the high of 787 feet per second gave us 24 foot-pounds of energy, at the muzzle, of course. And we finished both of these tests at somewhere between 1,000 and 1,100 psi. It's a little hard to be sure, but it was somewhere around there. So, drum roll. I know you guys have been waiting for this to see, does the double tube actually live up to its claim of doubling the shot count? So, off the same 2,000 psi fill with the JSB 18 grain pellets, yes, it does, and more. We got a high of 800 feet per second. Notice that was a 13 foot per second increase over the single tube. We got a low of 752 feet per second, which was a 5 foot per second drop from the single tube. So a little bit wider spread of numbers there. We got a sweet spot of 18 shots from 12, so that's 6 more efficient, very efficient shots there. The shot count, very important. 20 shots before with just the single tube. I got 46 good shots in what I consider to be a good range with the double tube kit. So like I said, doubles your shot count and more. And obviously 800 feet per second 800 foot per second gives you 25 foot-pounds. So you squeeze an extra foot-pound out of there too with the double tube kit. That may not necessarily be typical for all of them, but for mine, that's what happened. So I'm very impressed. Disco double tube kit lives up to its name. Alright guys, so as you can see I got the Disco double with me today in 22 cal. We are going to be testing for accuracy right now. We're going to be using the Crosman Premier hollow points, which are 14.3 grains. The H&N Field Target Trophies. This is the 5.5 or the 5.55 head size, and that's a 14.6 grain pellet. And then we have the JSB Heavies in 5.52 head size, which is an 18.1 grain pellet. So I'm going to take you guys on target and we'll see how they do. This is with the Crosman Premier hollow points, 14.3 grains. Looks to be about a 0.64 inch group. This is all at 25 yards, by the way. I have the JSB Heavies right here, 18 grains. About a 0.46 group, under half an inch. And then we have the H&N Field Target Trophies in 5.55 head size. Not very good at all, to be honest with you. Looks to be about a 0.79 inch group. Overall, the JSB's definitely grouped the best. I'll show you guys that one a little closer up. As you can see, by far the best group, and I was really unhappy because I pulled that shot really bad. Had that group going for 4 out of the 5 shots. Well, actually, first 3 went into this hole, and then I shot that one, and then I put the next one up here. So definitely JSB 18 grain pellets are doing very well in this gun. Alright guys, so that about wraps up the Disco double tube as far as we have it now. Hopefully some more modifications will be done in the future to this particular discovery, and I am very excited to see what will become of it. But for now, this is where we will leave it. And as you can see, the Disco double tube definitely lives up to its name, doubles your shot count. The stocks from Norm are absolutely gorgeous. And if you have not checked out these guys' sites yet, airgunlab and discosrus.net, I will link them in the description and you should check them out. A few quick notes about kind of what to expect in the future. As far as the stocks go, Norm is going to be offering some new thumb hole stocks as well, refinished and routed out for the double tube kit. And in terms of shipping dates, I've been told it's about a week or 2 away. Not 100% sure on that personally. Obviously Lloyd is going to know that, but if you are on the pre-order list, you are probably going to be getting an email very soon if you have not already. And if you're not on the pre-order list, you might want to sign up because there are quite a few people on the list already. I can tell you that from talking to Lloyd. If you have any questions, shoot him an email. Let him know what you're thinking. You know, there's a lot of things that can be done on both sides, whether it be with the stocks or the double tubes. So if you have thoughts, questions, concerns, shoot him an email. If you'd like to drop me a question or something, feel free to do so. I will do my best to answer it for you guys. But that about wraps it up for now. So I want to say thank you guys for joining again, and I want to say thanks to Lloyd and Norm for making this whole video series possible, and hopefully even more in the future. And definitely go check them out. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you at the next one.